Yeah. Focus. Fly. Keep rolling.
Hey, what's going on, car guys and car gals? Very, very excited that you didn't have to wait for the incredible picture that would be hiding the car chick and the queen. But we are here. We are still live at WIA. Man, I am so excited. This is Lou Ramirez, the car guy.
This is Fred Lenartz, the subprime hero.
And we are here with the car chick and the queen. Say what's up, ladies.
Hello.
Man, we are having a lot of fun. I want to thank you, LeeAnn, for sitting there being patient. I know we were supposed to start this interview about like half an hour ago, if not longer. But you were so patient and so kind, and I appreciate that beyond anything.
No problem.
You know, I know that like me, I don't have a lot of patience, as you could tell. I started going, "Where's Lou? What's going on? I'm ready to get this thing going." But I do appreciate that, and I know that we're gonna have a great time. And I'm excited to hear your story and to also hear about what brought you here to this event. So I guess we could start off with that. Is like, what made you say I'm gonna come to the WIA event over here in Orlando for 2021?
Scotty drafted me,
Okay.
actually, just a few weeks ago. So this wasn't
Love it.
actually on my end of year plan, but I can't say no to Scotty.
No,
She's
you
just-
can't.
You just can't. I love her to death. And she said, I really want you to speak at this conference and share your unique journey with the other women here and some of the lessons that I've learned. And it's like, and it's in Orlando, so I can fly in a day early and spend a day at the Star Wars theme park.
Hello.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so
do it.
there.
Yeah.
So it's able to mix a little fun in with the
Nice.
work and
I know how much fun that Star Wars theme park is over there at Hollywood Studios at Disney World. I'm telling you, it's fantastic. You feel like you're in the world of Star Wars, like you're in space. Like you see the stormtroopers, you see it all. So I'm glad you got to experience
I
that.
was dressed for it. I had the hair done. I
Did
played
you
the
really?
character all day.
Did
so
you really?
I nerded out.
I love that you nerded out. I nerded out my last
Huge
trip there. I didn't quite get dressed up, but I did go get a lightsaber made with I forgot, me and my son both went. I forgot the name of the shop, but we went in there and we actually had them. They put the
Savi.
crystal in it. Yes, Savi. That's what it was. Savi's sabers.
Mhm.
Yeah, dude, I was in there like, I felt like so cool. They even had me put the lightsaber up and everything. And I
Right.
felt like I went to 12 years old all over again, and I was excited to do it. I tell you
need
that.
a Harry Potter wand. That's what I need.
You need to?
I need the whole wand collection. I still haven't made it to Wizarding World, so
Maybe that's what we'll do next time we're
Right?
here.
You have to. Next
I
time we're in
need to go to
Orlando, I'm
Disney
gonna make it a point that we go do that, because even that experience going in there and the way that I forgot, I don't even know the names there either, but I geek out when I'm there. I'm like, oh my God, they had it like wands coming off the stuff. It was magical.
yes,
Like-
I'm a Harry Potter nerd. And that's something that a lot of people don't know about me. I love.
I didn't know that you're a Harry
I love
Potter
the Harry
nerd.
Potter series as
No,
well.
I know.
So I grew up on
Wait,
Star Wars,
we're-
but
We're all nerding out, and I love
Yeah,
it,
we're
right?
Growing up, you did not, like many of the women here, grow up in the car business. So you don't have the car business background. How is it
Love
that you have now branded yourself as the car chick? Tell us about that evolution.
it was an interesting journey because I came from the very male-dominated IT project management world and worked for the Big Four, IBM, Bank of America, and just got really burned out on the travel and the corporate politics.
Yep.
And was looking for another opportunity. And even though I didn't come from the car business, I have loved cars my whole life. And again, we can go back and we can blame Disney because I grew up on the Herbie the Love Bug movies.
Right.
I love
Right.
Herbie the Love Bug.
Herbie.
That's
And
one of my
father
favorites too.
started teaching me high performance driving when I was 7.
Oh wow.
So I've been racing cars for most of my life.
So she's been a
I've
car
always had a
chick for her whole
passion.
life. Yeah.
It's just a passion of mine. And I had an opportunity to meet a woman who did grow up in the car business. And like many women, like you discussed on your previous show,
Mhm.
she just couldn't work 80 hours a week, general manager over 3 dealerships
Wow.
while raising 2 young children.
Absolutely.
And so we looked at the marketplace and saw how many women car buyers would rather have a root canal than even talk to a car dealer because of the way they felt that they were treated. We thought, gosh, a car is the second most expensive purchase that you will make in your life. Why would you not have someone on your side in the negotiations the way you do when you buy a house? So we looked
Sure.
at that real estate model and came up with the concept of a buyer's agent in the car business.
Sure. I
And-
love that.
Kicked that off, and here we are.
Well, it's so funny that you say that you race. We need to connect you with Look who's walking by.
Miss Superstar.
Jody,
Jody and I have been friends for years.
Jody DeVere, she's killing it. I love them sunglasses.
Racing in the Rebel Rally is my question.
She has been bugging me about that, and we had it on the plan. One of the women that I know who is a general manager of a super dealership in Charlotte that I'm friends with, and she was in the Army, so she can navigate
Very
and I
cool.
can drive. And we've thought about doing it, and then of course the pandemic hit, and my racing career right now is a little bit on hold because I nearly died from COVID this year.
Oh my goodness.
And
Bless your heart.
trying to get my body
I'm glad you
back to
didn't.
where it was is a challenge. So, but I really hope to do it. And I know Jody will keep bugging me about it until it
I'm
happens.
sure she
So,
will.
Keep dancing.
Well,
Don't ever stop.
So let me ask you this, because we have a whole lot of adapting that we do inside of this industry, and a lot of shaping around. So I mean, of course, naturally, the car guys are going to catch the car chick, and we're going to figure out, what is it that's so great about this industry. But what is it that you see as being so great at the moment, as far as everybody's awareness of what's available to them in the industry? Because there is a whole shift of people starting to recognize that there is a lot more opportunity, there's a lot more technology, and there's a lot more people that are about helping us advance the cause, whether it's just advancing what we're doing in business or making sure that there's more ladies in every one of the professional spheres that we're in. What is it that you see as far as the awareness of everybody? What do you recognize on that as a car chick? You have a show, you talk about it on your show. I'm sure you talk about so many different things. Can't wait till the car guys are on the show. Ting, you better watch for that.
It's happening.
But tell us about that. What do you see as far as the level of awareness for the ladies that are here?
I think that now that we are really working on coming together, and I think if something good came out of the pandemic is that we were able to find new ways to make connections.
Oh, amen.
And through Zoom, we're able to connect with people all over the country. And I think it's brought all these women together even more so than in the past. And it's forced dealerships and other companies to say, okay, there's different ways of doing things. A lot of times we don't change until we are forced to change.
Truth. That's facts. Human race. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's like the cardinal phrase in the car business. We've always done it that way.
Right.
Bad.
And it's got
It's time to get
change.
proactive. It's time to get proactive.
It is. And when we started
Sarah?
this company, we wanted to really just completely change the way people buy cars and force the dealers to look at the transaction differently. And we don't have to do things the old-fashioned way anymore.
Correct.
I had the opportunity to guest lecture at a little college in Colorado
Cool.
That's
because of
fabulous.
Zoom. And my client was the professor, and she's like, I'd really like to get you in my class. And we wouldn't have had that type
Powerful.
of opportunity before
Powerful.
the pandemic and Zoom. So
Network.
I think the ability to connect nationwide and even
Wow.
globally through this technology is going to be the new normal, and it's going to propel us into some great new things.
It
I
is
agree.
a great equalizer,
I agree.
right? The social media has become an incredible equalizer in the efforts of anybody, whether you're an individual or you're a business. You can leverage the power of social media incredibly. And we have a savant right now on and watching the show, Cara Delane over in Texas. She is
Sup, girl?
incredible. And she is so smart in her understanding her approach to social media.
Yep.
The thing is that she's been given such an incredible opportunity. They have been embraced. The Henson brand of dealerships, our friend Eric Barbosa, have really embraced the idea of stretching, getting out of our comfort zones, but putting our message in front of our customers as often as possible using the power of social media. And because of that, it's allowing so many of us to be able to share ideas, share our strengths. And where do you see if you had to call out, okay, you see it now, you've been around for a while, right? Where do you see a movement like this going over, let's just say, the next few years from now? Where do you see a movement like this going?
I see it going towards really focusing, and one of the things that I preach and teach about the customer experience is that people do business with people they know, like, and trust.
Amen.
And
Facts.
like and trust is a big challenge in our industry.
Yep.
We unfortunately work in one of the most distrusted industries, but this new ability to connect with people, but it has to be done in a very authentic way.
Yes.
And how I built my business and my career is through education and empowerment. I'm passionate about educating women about cars, about the car buying process, how to make smart financial decisions. And that's what builds that likability factor and that trust. And I think that that's something that dealers are going to need to continue to embrace. And I was teaching the women in my workshop yesterday in terms of building a career on their own terms is to get out there, put yourself out there and educate your customer, because that is going to build that trust. And there's no reason not to. All you need to start a YouTube channel is a cell phone and some free editing software.
Boom.
It's so easy. You can start a podcast. You
You
can be a
can.
guest on someone else's podcast.
Absolutely.
Fun, yes.
And that's the
But-
way you grow.
It is
Sharing your
100%.
knowledge and your expertise is what is going to build that trust. And I think especially for women, given that nearly 80% of car buyers are women
Yep.
today, it's a great
I would
opportunity for women in
definitely
the
decision
industry.
makers in a lot of cases. It's unreal. Like, and you're so right on that. You know, with me, I've been doing this almost 20 years, and I've sat down in pretty much my whole career. I knew when I sat down with a couple, man and wife in that situation, you know, and that type of couple, it was always came down to what the wife wanted. How powerful is that? So why do we not think that women could do this job? Matter of fact, they could do it better than us because they can read people, they can understand people, they sit down with them. So we can take note from women and how to be human to other humans, how to have empathy for other humans instead of just trying to make a dollar bill. And I love that. And I love that's what the way it's going. And I love that you're helping people empower. Now, one of the things Lou and we preach are the 3 E's. And what are they, Lou?
No, to make sure that you do educate a customer, that you do encourage a customer, and that you do empower your customers.
Well, that works all the way, not just with your customers. If you're a leader, that's with your people.
Yeah.
Amen.
Those 3 E's are so important, like education and in the very last one, empowering. And that it comes from education, my friends. So make sure that you educate everyone that you touch. You let them know what you know. People think it's bragging. It's not bragging. It's educating. It's helping. So maybe one person, it goes through one ear, it goes out the other, but another person's going to take that and they're going to go further with it. So you have to make sure that you go on podcasts, have your own show, put videos out there, let people know what you know. Because the more that you can give, the more that you're going to get. And now, trust me, it's powerful. So I love that you
Love it.
talk
Our
about that.
dear friend Shaka Dyson.
Shaka,
all
what's
the
going on,
time.
Shaka?
And if everyone knew who you were and what you did, you would never have a money problem. And
Never.
that's the reality. And I think a lot of times in this business, and still I see it, I encourage women, especially when they're in the industry, hey, put this on the top of your social media profile. Let people know this is what I do. I'm in the car business. And I think there's still that stigma surrounding it. A lot of women are afraid to do that because there's that sleazy connotation.
Right.
I embrace it. I think we are in the best time ever to be in the automotive industry.
I agree.
It's the best industry
I agree.
in the world. How would you educate women, especially ones that are in the industry or perhaps coming into the industry, to really embrace their position in the dealership or embrace even their position as a vendor or anything they're doing in the automotive industry to let more people know, hey, this is what I'm doing? How do they get comfortable with that?
You have to just put yourself out there and realize that your target market is very likely other women, and those women are looking for another woman to connect with, that they're going to feel more comfortable with inside the industry.
Yep.
And if you approach it from a place of, you're not trying to sell whatever it is you're selling, whether you're selling cars or you're selling a service or you're selling a product within the industry, you are helping someone to make a buying decision
Building a
and make the right
relationship.
one for themselves, even if it
Love it.
sometimes that's not buying your
Right.
product. I've talked a lot of people
I love
out
that.
buying cars because it was not the financially prudent thing for them to do at the time, and that meant me not making money. But it has come back so
That's it.
many times.
It's that's the thing. We're so in car world, we're so instant gratification that we forget to think about that.
Revolving door.
We forget to think that this client, we want to keep them for life, not for this one deal where I make money and they can't afford it, it gets a repo, now they're never back. Instead, I'm going to educate and I'm going to make sure that they leave empowered, understanding what's going on, whether that's in the vehicle that we helped them out with or in the idea in the vessel of how you can buy the vehicle you want. If you do these things and be able to be educated on how to do those things, that is key. That is crucial. That is everything. That is love. And when you lead with love, and that's where women are so powerful too. They lead with love. And when you lead with love, you grow.
loyal. We're very loyal. Like, right? When you find the right hairdresser,
Right.
you stay with that
I know,
hairdresser.
right?
I know women
I mean,
who will drive
serious.
3 hours to get a haircut because that trusted
Doctors,
hairdresser.
the whole nine.
Yeah.
It's,
Right.
we
You know,
do. We're very,
I
very
found the
brand
best
loyal.
mechanic and I married him because I wasn't going to let him get away.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Love it,
But
love
when,
it.
I love
when
it.
you have that loyalty and you build a genuine relationship,
That's what it's
then
about.
you're going to have that customer for life. They're going to
Come on.
refer people to you. And just having that power in the industry, I personally have only had to spend $1,500 on advertising in 15 years.
This right here, this is worth $1 million.
It really is.
And I think if people
That's
are,
why it keeps getting more expensive.
It does, right?
Right?
Yeah, they're starting to realize that's worth $1 million.
To embrace that though, because right now, anyone has an opportunity where they can create a presence and a following, whether it's social media or creating an online business. Women have such a fantastic opportunity within the car business now to really put their name and their face out there.
Yep.
And I think it's going to make a tremendous impact.
I agree.
And women consumers, when they're out there on YouTube, they're looking. Women are big researchers, especially when it's an area we don't necessarily feel comfortable with. We try,
There's nothing wrong with that.
we
overcome
overcome our fear
anything
with information.
Nothing
And
wrong
so
with that
they're
at all.
out there on YouTube, and if they see a woman presenting car information in a very genuine way, not necessarily, the supermodel on the supercar, that's not for women.
Right.
But for just your average woman talking about, hey, this is what I like about this car. Did you know there's a place to put your purse? Check out the cup holder. My big thing of coffee fits in here. It's comfortable to drive.
Car
I
guy
can reach
coffee.
the controls, right? We are going to want to watch your video as opposed to a video that might be done by a guy.
Sure.
Because they're going to connect with you. This is someone who's
I
like
agree.
me.
Dealers need to understand and know their demographic, and it's
That's it.
It's different for every dealership. If you're in an urban community, I believe that you need to appeal to an urban community. If you're in a community that's doing predominantly business with women, you need to have more ads on. And I've gone all the way to the top of the OEMs as well and said, hey, listen, you need to do more marketing towards women and things that women are appealing to. Because at one point, I think they were 68% of the buyer market last year. Now we're up to 80%. Why are we not doing more advertising and marketing?
I don't know.
To that demographic, right?
It's great points. And these are all the points that, like, we have to understand how powerful that is, understanding what is out there and what the culture is and who is buying vehicles, knowing these stats, knowing these numbers. Some of you all may not even realize 80%, and before it was 68%. You may not realize how powerful that is. Know those numbers, work those numbers, and help those numbers, make them even better. And the more we can do that, the more we're going to help people be able to buy vehicles, the less Carvana is going to be selling vehicles. We're going to be taking all that Vroom business right back, because we're humans helping humans. People are feeling like if you're going to be mean, if you're going to be a scumbag, then might as well bite on a computer. Right? Let me roll the dice and hope the vehicle shows up, because I'd rather deal with what I know is black and white instead of something that could be tons of gray area that I'm never going to be able to figure out. So let's make it black and white. Let's make it very transparent. Let's make it easy for our clients out there. And let's go out and let's get all the women in automotive more women in automotive. Let's make it happen. Well, I had a great time today, and I want to tell you that was an amazing interview, and you were powerful. I can't wait to come on your show. What you're talking about.
Yes, we would love to be on your show.
What you're talking about is right on cue of what's going on in today's automotive, what's going on, not just take automotive out that picture, what's going on in today's world. Yeah. So I thank you so much for your time today. Thank you for sharing. Thanks for being patient waiting.
No.
I'm glad that we had you on. This was amazing. Is there anything you want to say before we get out of here? How people can get a hold of you or anything like that?
If they need to get a hold of me, it's very simple. Just go to thecarchick.com.
Damn.
There you
Easy.
go.
Easy.
Nice and easy.
Well, that's awesome stuff.
Let's make sure that we do apply our 3 F's as we get over this session right now with the Car Chick, the Car Guys, and the Queen. We are having an incredible time here, and there's so much more to go. But before we do that, we got to keep this flow rocking with some forgive, focus, and flying. So join us real quick as we forgive, focus, and fly out of here on 3. 1, 2, 3. Forgive, focus, fly, and keep growing.
Keep growing. Thank you, ladies, so much.
I am Ramirez, the Car Guy.
Thank you so much. I'm Fred Lenartz, the subprime hero.
And we are here with the Car Chick and the Queen. This is the show McLean. Let's have a great time. Keep it rocking, everybody. We will see you soon. And hey, share this around. Tag them.
We'll be live here in a second, so do not miss it. We have 2 more amazing guests getting ready to pop up on the screen, so be ready.
We got to let them know that the Car Chick is 100%
CGC approved. Awesome. Thank you so much. We appreciate your time. We'll see you guys in a few seconds. Be
right
ready.
back.